Hello and welcome to the APMA podcast. We're without Dan at the moment. We believe he's at a yoga sesh. I hope he's there. I hope he's having a good time. He should be on his way back by now, though. But yeah, he'll be in later on. We're going to ask him about his nighttime climb of, I can't remember, was it Snowdon? I think it was Snowdon. I might be wrong. One of the peaks, you know what I mean? But yeah, do it at night. That's an interesting challenge. But yeah, I just want to compliment you on your choice of attire. It looks warm.
Cheers. Yeah, I've hit rock bottom. That's it. I'll give up.
That's it, innit? Stick on a fucking onesie. Does look warm though. Does look warm.
It's nice, but it's got a short sleeve, so you kind of get aerated as well.
Ah, the short sleeve. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it's official. The algorithms have broken me. YouTube, Facebook, congratulations. You got what you wanted. Now just let me go. Just release me.
Just let him flow.
Release me from the prison that is the video algorithm system.
For the audio listeners, is that a Grogu?
That is a Grogu onesie.
Grogu onesie.
I'll tell you what, it's fucking. Well, it's not a onesie. It's like a
half seat.
I'll stand up. By the way, I just want to explain. Obviously, the audio listeners won't care because they can't see me. But my lighting, although it's actually looking okay, I'm actually missing my two box lights because I was out filming some commercial stuff yesterday, and I left them in the car because it was pissing down. I didn't want to put even though it's just from my driveway to the house, I didn't want to get them all wet because they're electrical.
Yeah.
And Maya went to work before I got up. Basically my car is at the MOT. Well, we share both cars, but the car I mainly use is at the MOT. The car that I used yesterday whilst getting the MOT, Maya took to work, and the lights are in there. So I got no lights.
That's it.
And that's why I'm lowly lit.
It kind of sets the mood, you know?
Yeah. But let me show you what's going on.
All right.
Oh, by the way, right, also, before you judge me, I've got one sock on, okay? That was because I went outside just before the pod because some of the outdoor furniture cushions got wet because it was so windy. The cover blew off. And so I moved the wet cushions to a sunny spot to dry off. And I didn't pay attention, and I put one foot in a puddle.
That's shit.
So I'm just that's what I mean. Like
I'd
I'm
literally
myself. That's it. You heard it here first.
That's it.
But no. Let me show you the outfit.
Go on in.
Because it's not like got legs. Oh, I'm stuck. So it's like it's really long.
Jesus, yeah, that is long.
A leg there, a little bit of leg. I do have underwear on. I've not completely fucking lost the plot. You just saw a bit of shin bone for the audio listeners there.
Turn around, there's a massive fucking skinny in it. He's just don't give a fuck. Just sat there shooting himself.
That's it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna fucking free fall for the rest of the week.
Oh dear. Just let him go, YouTube. Let him go.
That's it.
But I've got a little bit of beef with YouTube myself. I've had a few people message me about what episode was it. Let's have a look. I think it was 133 or 134, the one we did about traditions, the cheese rolling, right?
Oh yeah, fun.
I had to remove that from YouTube because, and get this right, there was a copyright claim against the video we used of people falling down the hill or rolling down the hill at the cheese rolling festival.
I fucking knew it. I know it's risky.
No audio. No audio at all from it. We were giving our own commenting on it, you know, basically commentating over the top. I was flicking through, so it weren't like I played it and left it for 10 minutes. I was flicking through certain bits of the video. We were giving our own commentary, and they were like, nah, we can't have this. So I contested it, and then YouTube were like, well, you've got an option here. We're going to uphold their review or their copyright claim, where it was. You can either delete it now and not get a strike, or In 7 days, you'll get a strike and we'll delete it anyway.
And then with the strike, you lose the ability to live stream for 90 days.
That's it.
Loads of shit.
I took the executive decision.
Shit company.
Just to cut it out.
I might burn my 100k fucking plaque.
That's it. Lob it in the fire pit.
Just fucking shite, man. Oh dear. Well, that's it, innit? Welcome to the world of content creation, ladies and gentlemen.
If you really want to watch it, because I have had a couple of people ask me, I want to watch it. It is on Rumble still, So
there you go.
I don't know if that's going to get taken down, but it's still on there.
It wouldn't get taken down on Rumble. They believe in free speech and stuff. So.
That's it. And it is still available on the audio if you want to listen to the audio version. But anyway, yeah. So that's YouTube in the fucking mud, like they have been for the past 8 years, 9 years. Yeah. It's just everything's a bit shit. With
about a year or two before I got monetized.
There you go. That's it.
It's matter, right? Do you want to hear something crazy, right? Just to do with monetized stuff, because unfortunately money makes the world go round. Just with regards to, the ad apocalypse and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
If that had never happened and the ad rates had stayed the same, in my career, I would have made 4 to 5 times the amount of money that I have.
That's crazy.
That's how bad the ad apocalypse hit at YouTube.
Yeah. That is crazy.
But yeah.
That's
fucking crazy.
That is, I don't understand. Dan says he's in the green room. I can't see him. He's not. Are you sure you're in the green room? Because I can't see you. Oh dear, it's absolutely gone to shit.
That's it. Yeah, now anyway, StreamYard are in the mud.
That's it. Everyone's in the mud. Fuck this shit. We're out. That's it. It's the last one. It's not even going out. Yeah, I don't get the whole thing of the. I know it was centered around PewDiePie saying what he did, but the whole idea of these brands not being like, I don't want to be associated with violence or different sorts of stuff that might look at badly on them, but then like Quentin Tarantino's like, right, I'm gonna do a film where. Hello, Dan. How you doing? I'm going to do a film where the opening 5 minutes is going to be nothing but death. Literally going to get people are going to get shot in the face, and we're going to do like close zooms and everything. And then like Pepsi will be like, "Yeah, can you do some product placement for that? That'd be great."
Yeah.
What?
Or you've got like ITV News. I'm picking ITV News because obviously they have adverts thread. And it's like, there'll be a story on like a brutal murder, and then it'll go to adverts. Whereas on YouTube, you do a video about a brutal murder and it's demonetized. It's like, but the advertisers don't like it. It's like, of course they fucking do. Like, as long as it gets views, they want their face on it. Like, if this sort of shit is what sells, like, it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
That's it.
I've had enough.
He's had enough. Anyway, Dan, how you doing?
As you can tell by my attire, Dan, I've hit rock bottom.
Morning, chaps.
How are you doing? You sound fluey.
Mate, man flu.
Oh, no.
The worst kind.
Oh.
Obviously.
Was it from the night trip?
Nah, it just randomly come. I think it might be from my daughter at school. She's got a bit of fluey, so I've picked it up. Yeah. I'm quite liking the husky voice, though.
Yeah,
it's changed considerably.
Audio listeners will be loving it.
I might start rapping. Kanye West.
I'm hazarding a guess. You didn't do yoga then?
No, I did. I went.
You did?
Wow.
Yeah, nice. That was good. Yeah, it wasn't. It's quite a nice class actually.
Yeah.
It was funny then. I was just watching you guys talking, and I was like, I could just sit here and watch you lads.
Become the watcher.
And now, by technology, I'm on the screen, which is mental.
That's it. And now you're in it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what about the outfit.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't be fucked. So my girlfriend got it for her birthday, and I just saw it in the cupboard, and I was like, I'm just gonna put that on. I just fucking
nice.
So here I am.
This is the start of the what's it called?
Yeah, like Lozzie said before Lozzie said before we come on air, he's like, "You're not a man on the edge. You're a man that is in free fall."
Yeah,
that is it.
Oh yeah, you You jumped off the edge.
Mate, he swan dived off.
Yeah.
Straight in.
It looks comfy though.
It is very
it
comfy.
does look warm.
Yeah. But it's not like sweaty warm, it's just like perfect warm.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Can't be dealing
It's
with
nice.
that.
How was your hike, your climb?
It was very
night
good, mate.
climb.
It was it was a different kettle of fish of a night. I was like anxious anyway before, just because I've never done. I've come down a mountain of like a little bit of a night, but you've just done the routes. It's fresh in your head, and you're like, yeah, it was really weird. It really played havoc with my senses, and we went up, and there's a few people coming down. Maybe saw we wanted to go up in dark, summit in dark, and come down in dark because that's what we're doing the 3 peaks. So on the way up, we saw a handful of people, maybe like 20 or 30, just at the start, and then it was like just us on the mountain.
Wow.
And then the rain come in, and it was like, and then the fog came in. I did a bit of research on it, just interested about the degrees, and so as a rough guide, every 100 meters you go up, it goes down 1 degree Celsius.
Jeez.
Plus at the top with the wind chill, it can be like another like -15 on apparently.
Oh my god!
So it can vary like almost like from the bottom car park. I think Snowdon's like just over 1,000 meters. So it can vary, another like 25 degrees.
Wow.
In different, and then also another thing, which the wind hits the mountain and then obviously acts like a funnel and goes up, so that so basically, or what it's saying is like from when you're in the car park, it's nothing like what's on up there, which is I guess why it's so sort of like dangerous if you got there unprepared. So yeah, it was well windy. I put up a few videos up. It was like there's a few bits where we had to sit down because it was just waving us about. Actually, just sit down and that was more. I probably wouldn't have done that in the daytime because it's like you can see, but you look to your right and left and obviously you see an edge, but you don't really know how far it is. Could be like 3 meters, 5 meters, could be 100 meters, and like my memory got me halfway like to the top bit, and then once the wind and the fog, I just can't remember, and so we were like, well, just play by caution and stick to the verge and just stay away from that edge. And then what happened as going forward, then another edge come, so we had 2 edges, and I knew one of them wasn't a big drop, but I didn't know which one. So yeah, it was really good though. Like, I'm glad I did it. Like a different thing up there. So definitely sort of going to get in training and try and do a few more, do the 3 peaks challenge, and then hopefully, some other summits like maybe like Europe and stuff, and
nice.
Try and get the meters up, if everything allows it to do it. So yeah, I do really enjoy it.
Man, that sounds like a hell of a challenge.
Yeah.
Especially with just the fog and.
Yeah, probably the most mental thing I've done in a weird way. Like it was like literally felt absolutely fine walking up and down, like legs and that were fine. Didn't even like we did it in good time as well. We did it in less than 4 hours. 4 hours moving time because we stopped like a fair bit. But so I'm quite confident about the challenge, but it's just the logistics because it's the driving from Ben Nevis to Scafell Pike and then to Snowdon.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it. We're not going to do it with a group. Well, hopefully I've got a friend who's going to be driving. So yeah, that we'll just kind of sleep in the car or just get some rest in the car, whatever.
That's cool. That's cool. And what sort of when are you looking to do that?
Probably April now, just because it's getting cold now. So it's you don't really want to be going up Ben Nevis and stuff unassisted. But I might do a winter climb up Ben Nevis. If my mate's up, I'll probably get a guide. Well, I'll get a guide, because it's going to be a bit hairy, I think.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
Something I would love to do is go up those for sure, but I've never done anything like that before.
Oh mate, I'll take you up. I'm going to do my mountain leader next year as well. So just means you can take small groups out.
Yeah, that would be awesome. What do you need? You know, to literally like I know nothing. So obviously you need some decent walking boots. What else? Like for a complete novice, what do you need?
So like your main thing is your kit basically.
Yeah.
So obviously you just like some water, like a couple of little snacks, like some sweets, whatever, and like decent waterproofs.
Right.
Like, that's your main thing. You probably like, I mean, that's the thing with waterproofs. You can. I took them all the way like to Peru and stuff, and never used them. But in Snowdon, I say it was fine for about half an hour, and then the weather came in. It was just rained, proper heavy rain non-stop, and I'd invested in some decent waterproofs. So before on the other 3 peaks, I knew my bottoms weren't great, so like I bought some cheapo bottoms, mate, and they just got soaked through, and that just makes it horrible. It just makes the whole thing like if you're warm, you're kind of all right. You just keep plodding away. So I like decent pair of waterproofs. Like I say, if you're going to do it, just maybe do it in April, May when it's going to be all right anyway. So even if it does like those, it does drop, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll take you up. Like people, I mean, mate, Ben Nevis, Snowdon, and Scuffbite, people go up with like flip flops and stuff. And like 90% of the time, you're going to be fine. Like but it's what happens. I mean, I think there's 200 call outs just on Snowdon.
Wow.
And there's people who die and stuff, and it's just getting caught out. Like I say, 90% of the time you're going to be fine. Like, you know, people take their kids and stuff up there. But it's just if you get caught out and you're not prepared, then you are in trouble. So it's always best to go on like playing the air of caution with it.
Yeah.
So just decent waterproof, some walking gear, mate. You can get like, as long as you got good waterproofs, like your bottoms and that don't really matter. I just got a pair from Decathlon. Couple of like some decent walking boots. A good tip I got told by the guy in the shop for walking boots. He was like, because I needed some. I had a pair, but I needed some ankle like high boots for Peru. And I didn't have time to break them in. And he's like, get Merrells because you don't really have to break them in. So you won't get any blisters, mate. And they've been golden. I've got 2 pairs of Merrells, and I've never had any blisters. Even when we did 30 mile. So I put talc on my feet, and literally not one blister. And I've seen like on that 30 mile, lots of people did have blisters. So Merrells are like if you haven't got a pair of like solid boots that you kind of use a lot, like say you were just going in, you never done any walking, really like pair of Merrells will like get you anywhere.
Okay, cool. Nice. And how far? So you say like Snowdon. How far? How many kilometers or miles there and back are you talking? Obviously, I know it's incline, but
to drive or just to start?
No, to walk it. Like when you...
I don't actually know. I think it's a couple of miles.
Yeah,
it's not like massive, and it's gradual. So the path I've taken up, I have done another path like when I was young in the army and stuff. But I can't really remember it, and that was like a obviously a bit more of an incline. But there's Landberry's path. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's just a really nice path all the way up. Like I've done that a few times now, so like quite happy to take you lads up there if you fancy. You can just take your time, like I say, it's more just about taking in the views and stuff, and just like getting to the top. And it's always a bit windy, so and it's just so nice. Like when you get to the top of something, it's just a nice achievement. You feel like you that's a good thing about it is I don't know if it's like a shallow thing or whatever, but I like to have something to get. You shouldn't really that. You should just do it for but it's like that's an aim. You go up, you get to that bit, and then it's like cool, I've done that. Like that's the part that like it's it gives you clarity on what you're doing and what you're there for. It's a very singular purpose. So mate, any of them, Ben Nevis, like there's a few now. Obviously now we've done I've done those anyway, but after the 3 Peaks challenge, then it's like kind of looking further afield. There's like a few like challenges you can do in Ireland. There's the kind of next one on the list is the Summit Mount Blanc.
Oh right,
okay.
And then obviously I want to rebook Everest base camp and do Ireland Island Peak, which is a 6,000 meter peak.
Wow.
But it kind of sits off Everest, so it's like you kind of 5,000 meters anyway. But that'll be like a cool peak, and then it's like just slowly sort of progress. Because the big ones that like doing a bit of research into it, the 8,000 meter ones, you know, like you see NIMS doing like the 14 peaks and stuff.
Yeah,
like it is mental. It's so dangerous to do it, and also just the cost and the time you have to acclimatize. Obviously, he's acclimatized. He's doing it all the time. So for him, he doesn't have to. He can just go up and down. He's already at that acclimatization. But yeah, it's. I think on average it's about 25 to 30K to do one of those big peaks, and it's about a 3 to 4 month package acclimatization when you get into that high 7,000, 8,000 meters.
So you're out there for 4 months.
3 to 4 months, yeah. I think there are slightly ones you can do it a bit quicker, and it depends what guides and that you're with and what package you're doing, how much money you spend. But it is like it is a massive expedition. And something that's like not to be taken. Like I think you watch those programs and stuff, and you see them on there, and you like, I mean, just people get altitude sickness.
Yeah,
obviously just at base camp and stuff. So it's like it is a massive, like it is an absolute unit. Like it's insane what he's done.
Yeah,
he's sponsoring a challenge of a guy. Listen to this. It's going to be the biggest triathlon in the world. He's swimming the Channel, so he's swimming from England to France. Then he's going to ride a bike from France to Nepal.
What?
Yeah, which is fucking insane. Like, so he does the swim, rides the bike, and then from Nepal he's going to start running a marathon a day, and then up through the mountains, and then summit Everest. And it'll be the longest peak to summit. Sea to summit distance run ever. So it'll be in the Guinness World Records and stuff. It's insane. It's just like it doesn't even like compute. It's that mad.
Yeah,
ex-Marine.
Fucking hell, man.
Just the bike ride from Paris to Nepal. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Oh, mate, insane. Yeah, I don't know how many miles he's got to ride per day, but it's just. I mean, just swimming the Channel. It's like even that's a feat. And then it's like then you get on your bike. Obviously, it's going to take him ages, like months, or whatever. But like some people, the stuff that they level up to, just makes you feel like. But I guess, you know, everyone, it's all relative, innit? Everyone, as long as everyone's got their own little mountains and that to climb. So getting out and about and getting out in nature, I think it's really good for you. But yeah, I'll be well up for that. If you're up for it next year, lads.
Yeah, definitely, because there's something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Snowdon.
For me, it'd be for the views at the top. So hopefully it's not all foggy.
Yeah. I don't remember having the best.
Which one would you say out of the three is the best view?
Do you know what? All of them. I think I've only had one. I've had one clear day in Ben Nevis, and the other time I did it, I couldn't see anything. And I've had one clear time on Snowdon. You can. There's a route you can do. Again, depends when you do it. But say, you know, you can go up. You can leave at like 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh, so you get the sunrise.
And then go in the sunset. And apparently that's quite a good one for the view. So I'd be well up for doing that. Maybe not your first time, just going up in the pure dark. But if I've done it again, I think I'd be all right with it.
Yeah.
Just as long as the weather's all right. The weather caught us out the other day, but
that would be cool though.
Yeah, but yeah, just like I said, you can get lucky. Like usually they say that, don't they, about most mountain peaks and that. Usually you get to the top and the views are shit because it's just the weather's in. Like I don't know what the stats are on it, but yeah, I've had 1 or 2 maybe where I've had decent views. But the views on the way up are like just as good. They're probably better.
Nice.
To be honest, just going up, the views can be amazing.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'd 100% be up for that. Definitely.
Connor in the chat just said, he said a couple of things. Firstly, he's saying that dressing gown is outrageous. Never seen Judy look so good. And then the second comment he's put here is, my girlfriend's dad's mate just done a 37-hour swim around some Greek islands.
Mate.
37
hours. Phenomenal. Can't say it. Just hardcore people out there.
That's it.
Yeah. I have to say, though, as I've been in the Greek Ocean recently, it's like bath water. It's lovely. So
is it?
Maybe it's not as good then. Maybe it's not as good of achievement. Come and
just went out for a long swim, a long bath.
Yeah.
A long bath.
It just floated around it.
Why don't you come and swim around the UK? Then we'll talk. Tell you what. Right, I think what we'll do, we'll move on to what I was going to discuss. I'm sure we've already done this on the podcast, over 136 episodes. I'm sure we've done something similar, but I can't remember. I want this to kind of be like a time capsule. I want to try and make some predictions for the future, what we all think or what we collectively think might happen. But I want to start with Neuralink, because they have Elon Musk's.
Was there an update?
He is now basically in the period where they're going to start human trials.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I don't know what the limitations are. I guess it would probably be for America first, because that's where he's based. But yeah, the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration in America, have approved the first human clinical trial. They did that in May, and they're now looking for human trialists to do it. So we'll see what happens, but it's the possibilities of it seem insane to the point where
I just read some.
Like they're saying on this article that people who have like things like ALS, which is a disease in which the nerve cells in the spinal cord and the brain degenerate, they're saying it could help with that, which is mental considering that at the moment, as far as I'm aware, there's no real cure for that. So it's just something that the person lives with until they pass. Yeah, so if that can solve or help at least those sort of issues, that would be insane. It was probably important to point out as well that is other companies who are doing this. There's been a couple that I've seen on this article. One from BlackRock Neurotech. Now, I don't know if they're linked to the BlackRock investment group, but they probably are. I'm guessing
BlackRock
so.
own everything.
Yeah. But yeah, they've got implants basically designed since 2004. They're called brain computer interface, BCIs. And they've been kind of in the game since 2004. So there's a couple of players, but Neuralink I think is the one everyone knows because of Elon Musk. So but yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. But what do you think, or what do you guys think it will be? Do you think it will be only used for these sort of things, or do you think it will be manipulated to be like there is one where it is able to basically decode what people are saying to each other? So if you don't understand someone, it can do like basically live interpretation. So what do you think the possibilities are in terms of that? Do you think it can be used for like bad things, or do you think it's mostly good?
I think it could definitely be used for bad. But just before we get on to bad, I'm reading some of the other benefits, like you said with ALS, but it's also saying treatments for Parkinson's, epilepsy, obesity, autism, depression, schizophrenia, and tinnitus.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, like, that's insane.
That is
absolutely insane. And also, like you said, being able, I mean, I guess technology is always making us lazier, but like if it eradicated the need to learn other languages, and so you could just like, if it could alter the way that you hear what someone is saying to the language that you understand, is pretty crazy.
But I'm sure you'd have people who'd be like, well, it's that's just another, essentially not a de-evolution, but another thing. Humanity's losing a skill essentially to a computer.
Yeah. It's a slightly worrying that you've got this live thing in your head that could potentially be hacked by something.
Yeah.
But I do think there's so many good things it can cure that it will just be rolled out. But then there'd be some things that it's like it's a fine line to prove if you do actually genuinely have it or not. Like, for instance, depression. Like obviously lots of people do have it, but it's very hard to completely prove it. Like if you persistent with it and go to the doctors, like if you are misdiagnosed and you do get that, it's I don't know. There's some things. There's some. I guess they'll do it. They're doing clinical trials, aren't they? A lot cleverer people than us to sort it all out. But I do worry about that sort of stuff. We'll put a chip in your head to make you happier. That doesn't seem the right fix to me.
No.
No matter what it does chemically to you.
Yeah, and it seems like a stereotypical opening to a dystopian sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Like The Equalizer. Not The Equalizer. Great movie though. Equilibrium.
Yeah,
that's
great film.
Like get rid of it. I mean, it's a bit different. They get rid of all emotion, but
similar
premise. It's like, well, do you want to feel bad or do you want to just feel nothing? It's like, well, okay.
Yeah, and then not to go off on the AI tangent, but like if that thing can then hack your brain, because it's got access to something, then I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, I saw something I'm sure you've seen it before. I saw a video this morning. It's a tomato machine. Have you seen this? The one so these tomatoes are being shot through this chute ridiculously fast. And there's like these like metal fingers that are flicking all of the green ones and the defect tomatoes down into a bin. So the chute is coming past these fingers and it's going so quick. They slow it down and it just looks like just picking them out. And then it goes back to real speed and it's just fucking uncomprehensibly fucking quick.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what if one day machines are just like, so if we just kill all the humans with defects and then just like they just wiped us out, or let's kill all the humans that look a certain way. Let's keep the red ones and not the green ones. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, just through like weird programming that it doesn't actually.
Just like, well, they want us to get rid of the green. They want us to get rid of the green tomatoes. Therefore, they must want us to get rid of insert type of person here. It's like, what? No, what? No, we didn't say that.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's really scary.
Yeah, when you couple like the infinite bounds of expansion of AI, like with something like the Neuralink, I'm like, this is gonna be shit. Like, this is not. I don't think those two together is a good idea.
No, I agree.
What it could do, which this is awful, is if we had a chip in our brain. We say like, what if one day the fucking AI does a Terminator, Skynet, creates loads of machines, and what if it just switches us off? Like switches us into its drones, its machines. It just takes over our brain. We don't know. In our own consciousness, we're dead. But actually, we're acting as like a hive mind for an AI.
A little bee worker for them.
Yeah. God. And then the aliens rock up and they're like, oh, these are all very efficient, but actually it turns out we're a machine.
Yeah, I'm very worried about when the AI becomes more clever than us. That what's it called again? That
sentient or
there's a word for it when it goes over that peak that it's more intelligent. Because I just think that if it looks at us, we're the most intelligent creatures on the planet, and then so look how the most intelligent creatures on the planet treat everything below it. Like, everything below it we use, basically. All the animals and that, we get them wrapped up into little packages so we can eat them. It's just the way we live, don't we? We've made the planet good for us at whatever means. And like, so I just think once that goes right, I'm more intelligent. It's either going to be a mate or it's going to be like, you know, I'm more intelligent. You are nothing to me. You're like a little chicken or bird or ant or whatever. I don't know what it says, but it won't be with high regard, I imagine.
Yeah. No, and because we made it, it will probably have some like reflections of us, and that is something that we have, isn't it? Like we don't have. I know, obviously, you get like the people protesting and stuff, and the people that stand up for it. But as a rule, we don't have regard for other life on Earth because we are superior. So if the AI then takes that element of humanity, then we're fucked. Were you thinking about the technological singularity?
That's the word, singularity, which is incoming, isn't it?
Yeah, the moment where AI supersedes humanity.
Yeah.
And apparently it's 2027, so
it's fucking close.
Couple years left. It's cool. Well, no, it's not cool. I was gonna say it's cool that we get to see it, but I don't know.
It's cool that we get to live through the tyranny enforced on us by AI. I'm so glad. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's just a letdown, like the you know, like in the year 2000 when they kept going, hopefully it's just a massive letdown, and it's like AI are just dumb, and they can't work it out, and we just go, oh, what the fuck are we worried about? Like,
we created this picture for you, ha ha ha.
Yeah, let's just use it for tomatoes.
Yeah. I am. I've got the Google Pixel 7, which has that magic eraser feature.
Yeah.
And I was on holiday, in Crete, and I took a picture, and I wanted to get rid of everyone else in the shot other than the people that I was with. So I did that, and then I just thought, fucking hell, man. In like 40, it's just such a minor thing, but in like 40 years' time, if I look back at that photograph, I will probably have forgotten that I removed those people. And so that, to me, that I'm looking at will be a memory, but that memory is false. So it's literally creating false memories.
Yeah.
It's it's literally creating the Mandela effect.
So I guess if you remember, if you do remember what actually happened, but don't remember changing it with a feature. So hang on a minute, I swear there were people in this picture.
Yeah.
And then actually it's just fucking, it's just somehow we managed to find a beach with an empty ocean. That's lucky.
And like on that as well, it's got that good at even now just putting someone's face into a video, that there could be videos of you doing stuff that, like I say, could surface in like 10 years, and you're like, is that even me, or like is it a memory? And and that's the thing, if you watch something of yourself, you play it back in your mind, that does create a memory, but it's false, because most of our memories are false anyway. They're not actually true to what happened. They're just like versions of it.
Craziness.
Yeah, scary.
But there's some other things that are being researched that are crazy. One of them is called, and this piqued my interest because it's got necro in it, the word necro. Necrobotics. So this is reanimating dead things.
That's always gone well in the movies.
There is a university that are basically turning dead things into robots. And it literally sounds like a plot to this just awful time.
I mean, if you said what you're saying now, necrobotics was being researched by the Nazis in World War II, you'd be like, okay, I can see that. But the fact it's just a university, like, let's just turn dead shit into robots. What's the worst thing that can happen? So you want Nazi zombies and fucking Terminator in one.
Let's go. Oh,
dear. I've seen this with the old spider.
Yes, a team of researchers turned a dead spider into a robot-like gripper, given the ability to pick up other objects. To achieve this, they take a spider and inject it with air. This works because spiders use hydraulics to force their version of blood into their limbs, making them extend. And in fact, they did it with a spider as well. So many people just hate spiders. I feel like they did this on purpose. But yeah, that is just not a good time. It's not a good time. Why are we doing this? Do we really need spiders to grip shit? Dead ones?
Dead ones that like zombie spiders.
Yeah.
That's
fucking horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing to come as a spider that you can't even kill it because it's dead anyway.
Oh no.
Operating with air.
And it makes it sound a lot more simple than it probably is, but if you just pump air into it, it becomes able to move. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Yeah. So there will, no doubt in the future, they'll have a little compressor with air that they'll have to put in that will just pump a little bit of air around, and they'll be able to remote control dead spiders.
Yeah, fuck no. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
No. Another one they're looking at doing, which I think this one's been around for quite a long time, but as of yet, I don't think there's been a major rollout or success with it, which is xenotransplantation, where they take like animal organs and trying to make the human body basically accept it and work. Again, I'm like, I see the benefits, but I also see like, is there something that could go horribly wrong there? I'm just not clued up in the science of it to give you one way or the other. I just think that my personal opinion is just like, don't fuck with that shit. But at the same time, if you could save someone, they need an organ, and the animal one will work, I guess you do it.
Isn't someone had a pig heart transplant, or am I making that up?
They might have. I can't really remember definitively if they did it in a human or they tried it on like basically lab condition. I don't know. Oh, it does say here actually one of the most common procedures.
So someone had a terminal heart disease. They had a pig heart implanted and they lived for 2 months. So it's not doesn't work yet.
Yeah, this says here that they've done it twice. So this has successfully happened twice. Successful after one of them died. I don't know. However, one of the patients was only alive for a few months, and the second is still being observed. So we'll see.
That's interesting. That's mad. There's someone going around with a pig heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's that talk of that guy having a head transplant, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ever came to fruition.
I mean, that's like that's just like a completely different level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having the entire head transplant.
Some RoboCop stuff there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Also, like, I've read about 3D printed bones. Is another one, which that one kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess there's no, other than it breaking or it being defective, I don't think that really hurts anyone to do.
Yeah. Well, people have like metal or whatever they put in, don't know, titanium, or they have different bits of metal put in, don't they? So if you got sort of a better solution for something than that's probably better for humans.
Yeah, I think my granddad's got to replace knees or knee replacements.
Yeah.
Another one as well, linked to the 3D printing, is 3D printing food. That one, I don't really know how that would even work. Because as far as I'm not too clued up on 3D printing, but it uses plastic, right? For 3D printing.
Yeah, I think you can get different 3D printers now that you can put stuff in. So the food one, I imagine it will be using edible stuff,
right?
Like the the stream of like plastic that would be a stream of edible stuff, and then it would print and make the object. But yeah, I don't know. I get, like I said, not to maybe adds water into it. If most of the stuff's water, so you get some water, some of this stuff, put it in, and got yourself a little chicken breast.
I mean, because 3D printing is like basically just exploded from when it first started, and people were making like fucking basic figurines with it or basic shapes.
Yeah,
you can get 3D printed houses now.
Yeah.
There's loads of companies who invested a lot of money into 3D printing houses.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a massive printer.
Yeah, well,
but I guess if you can make anything do that's like takes out all the human work, then fair enough.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of a house being 3D printed. It's basically build this massive frame, and it has like the X and Y axis that the machine actually works on. The 3D printer moves to a certain spot, starts making a line of basically, I'm guessing, cement, and follows a strict path. It looks exactly the same as if you're 3D printing something on a small 3D printer, but just enlarged to the point where they have to build a frame over a massive area, and it covers all of it. Yeah, that looks.
I guess the principle, it makes sense, really.
And it's eventually down the line, I'm assuming it'll be more cost effective as well. Minus the massive layout for the technology, and the people who know how it works and how to get it to work properly.
Yeah.
But have you guys got any like predictions you think for the future that you think might happen or are likely to happen? Don't necessarily, I guess they don't necessarily have to be with technology. Like my one is I do think we're going to reach a point where we won't be using fiat currency like pounds or dollars as they are now. I don't think we'll be using them in the next 20 years.
Yeah, that it seems that way, doesn't it? It's definitely going that route. I think there'll be I don't want to sound like a prepper, but I think there'll be another type of scenario where supply systems get tested. Just because they're very we're like 1 or 2 days off like a major catastrophe. So could be in any form really, like, mate, I don't know, electric grid goes down, water goes down, something gets down or something that gets affected, that gets kind of tested.
Yeah.
I envisage that at some point. Don't know what.
Do you think they'd ever try lock us down again? And I do say try, because I don't think many people would get on board at all. I
personally think that there's a bit of resistance, obviously, before. But I don't know what percentage were compliant with the vaccine and lockdown, but I just think it's swung the other way now. I just think there's been too much stuff after it that people were just like, well, that was, I'm not having it. Too many things come out, the government and lots of other stuff. But I think they would maybe do it in a different way if they were to. I don't think it'd be like a COVID thing. They'd try and do it with like maybe a war type scenario or something in the air or some other type of scenario that would get the fear into us. AI, aliens, attacks, something that's like not been done. That I think they're clever enough to go. If you speak to most people and they go, I wouldn't let lockdown happen to me again, then if they were to do that and they wanted to do that, they would know that. So they would have to make it a pretty convincing thing to lock us down, I believe.
Yeah. I think they would still try it, but I think the uptake in people actually abiding by the rule set would be fucking so close to zero. I don't even think it would work. But even from like, for example, like the COVID jabs, I had the first one, I had the second one, and I don't think I had the boosters, any of the boosters. And I had people in my family who were saying, "Why are you not getting the boosters? You need to get the boosters." And now COVID never really leaves the news, but it's come back recently saying, this, continuing to develop new strains. We're seeing this, we're seeing that. So they're always talking about the future booster or the next jab. And there is one meant to be coming out either later on this year or next. They're bringing it forwards, apparently, from when it was first developed. And there's people in my family now who are like, probably won't get that one. Who were before just like saying, you need to, why are you not getting this? Why are you not getting the booster?
Yeah.
And I feel like that is the sentiment of basically the entire thing of COVID. Like the story was, we need all this stuff done. And the longer it went on was like, do we need it? Do we need it? Do we need it? I can't be fucked. So, yeah. It's just weird how
switched. I think you're so right in what you say. I think it tailed off after that second jab. So I didn't get the boost. I know a lot of people who've got the second jab. And the reason behind that, I was actually a bit anti-vax, I'll say, but I think what they did was, obviously they did that long lockdown. Yeah. And then they kind of gave you a bit of a get out and like, oh, you can travel. Like I 100%, if you could have travelled without a jab, I wouldn't have got any. I just wouldn't have got them.
Yeah.
But I wanted to travel, so it was like
100%.
I didn't know when that would come in, and I was like in my head just it'd probably be a different story now. Don't know.
I get what you mean. Mine was, so I get to go on holiday. Yeah. Okay then. That was literally why.
Same.
I just, it's just, I hate talking about it because that whole period like fucked me off. But it's just even the information, how it changes over time. Like especially in America and shit. Like I've heard Tim Dillon talk about it, and I know he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist in that, but it's like it's amazing how now they're like, well, we didn't force you to get it. It's like, are you serious? You didn't go in a fucking grocery shop without it. How can you say you didn't force people to get it?
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's just, oh man. But then I got into, but then I'm not gonna fucking say I was all anti. I was there in the supermarket where you saw the guy who didn't wear the mask and was like, fuck this shit, I'm not wearing the mask. And then I was there with my trolley with my mask being like, come on, mate, just fucking put it on. Like, what are you doing, you selfish prick? It's like, well, so I was in it,
Yeah.
But fuck it. But ultimately with the vaccine, fucking healthy guy in his mid-20s, I'm not going to fucking, I know some people did, but I didn't feel like I was at that much risk,
and the vaccine, given the fact, my thought process behind it was like, well, if you're going on the far, if it is to do some like mass damage, if it's not just a money thing that they're doing it for, if it's to cause like, if they they want to get everyone injected for whatever reason, I was like, they could probably do that anyway. If they're going to be that sinister, just do it via TB shot or something. Like, don't make a big fuss about it. Just do it at birth when we get all these other vaccines, like, because none of those have changed. People, whatever vaccines you get. Like when I was younger, like, you need this. I didn't even know what injections are.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I wasn't that worried about it.
No.
Obviously, post this, there's been a lot of stuff come out, and perhaps that's why. Perhaps that's perhaps it should have been a bit more dubious, and I would be this time. But I still don't think their like intention was to kill everyone off, whatever.
No,
I just think it was a money thing. I just think it's and it usually always is. Even the other, even now, I question all my other jabs that I've had in the past. Like, there probably are. It probably is. Probably is money stuff, but there, it probably is an actual element of saving lots of people as well.
Yeah, I tell you, the only way, my thoughts on that, I do agree. Like, so with the jabs, I got them because I wanted to go on holiday, right? Did I at any point think, oh, this is a tracking chip? Oh, this is to fucking kill us? Oh, this is to make us infertile? Like a lot of the conspiracy theorists, like they were like, oh, this is to do this. No, I didn't. The only thing that I regret with the vaccine is that it was, and it needed to be, I understand, but it was rolled out very quickly with very minimal testing. So from that point of view, you can see it as reckless, to do it unnecessarily, should I say. But I never thought like, oh, this is for population control, like a lot of people did. But you can't deny that they rolled it out quickly. Again, caveat, because they had to, you know, so they must have skipped some things to do it. So
yeah,
but I was at the time, it was a very, very controversial stance, but I was like, hang on a minute. What do you mean it came from a fucking meat market in Wuhan when there's literally a COVID and viral testing facility, weaponized testing research laboratory in Wuhan? Is that not fucking obvious? And it's like, whoa, that's a bit racist. What do you mean? And now it's like, oh yeah, well, it came out of the lab accidentally. It's like, well, yeah, fucking obviously, you know. But just stuff like that. It's mad how if you just give things a few years, you know, I think so.
It's all right.
Maybe going forward. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Maybe going forwards, just don't leap to any fucking conclusions because the truth's just going to come out. You know, don't back things to the hilt. Don't fucking, you know, just, it's just going to, you know, because the bollocks, if it's bollocks, it'll come out, you know.
Yeah.
But Zenbass said, I know we're really into fucking COVID and lockdown chat now, but Zenbass says about look at the excess deaths. Yeah, I mean, if I had fucking COVID documented and then got hit by a bus, my death would have went down as caused by COVID.
Yeah.
That was all bollocks. That was sus as fuck. Like how they just exacerbated all the death numbers, you know.
You know, we said there about the future thing, like that was kind of my point as well, like how quickly like society not crumble, but just like we were very fragile.
You
just
can see,
very like as a whole, like not very reliant on. We're all sitting in our houses. We're kind of like, if you think about past civilizations, like they weren't, you know, reliant on food supply chains, and they were like quite self-sufficient. And I know, you know, like the Amazon people all got wiped out by disease and that going through, but like I just feel that we are as an earthly nation, we are very. I feel like we're on that brink, man, of like, just, you know, there's not enough money for everyone. Our whole system relies on money. As in, like, there's not enough cash in the banks. Like, we see them on the teeter, like the food supply chain is like 1 or 2, 3 days, like coming through. It just seems like if there's a few things that go wrong, we're like very susceptible to chaos.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you the other thing for me, which it could have just been my own naivete, but for me, and I know it was unlike anything that we'd experienced before in that, but COVID was like, oh my God, the government don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. They're actually making this shit up as they go along. How often do they just fucking make shit up as they go along, kick the can down the road and wait till they get to it? Like, it was like, holy shit, they have no idea. Like, it may as well be me in there. They have no idea.
100%. Yeah.
And how many things is like that?
Yeah. That also leads you to the other question. It's like, well, you can either think there's someone plotting it all and orchestrating it all and very clever and doing all this stuff and know exactly what they're doing, or it's just a fucking shit show and no one really knows what's going on. And and the stuff that they're doing causes harm because they're shit. I tend to go through that route.
Unless it's all run by BlackRock above everything.
I was literally
Vanguard and all these fucking the Rothschilds, whatever they are.
I was literally about to say, if you had the ability to and you could follow literally all the money, you'd find out what's happening. You'd find out who's making the moves, who's making decisions, who's influencing.
Watch the Tim Dillon, and I know it's a comedian, blah, 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 but he had RFK on there recently, JFK's nephew, who's running for government, for president. He had him on the thingy, and some of the shit that RFK says about like BlackRock and all that sort of stuff, how they own the housing market and how they're like manipulating it and shit to like, because they loan money out or they get money loans, but they own the banks that they're loaning from so they can never lose, and all this fucking mad shit. It's just it's just fucking, it's fucking crazy. You should definitely give it a watch, even if just for a laugh. It's insane just to like, but. And obviously he is terrified of assassination because of his uncle. And he reckons that his uncle basically peeked behind the curtain at how all of this actually works, and that's what got him killed.
Yeah.
And now,
is that the one with the voice?
Yes, yeah. He had I think he had like some sort of degenerate disease or something that fucked his voice completely. But yeah, it's every time he speaks, it sounds like a massive effort. Like fuck it. But it's a fascinating podcast to listen to.
Yeah,
the Tim Dillon RFK episode. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's on Joe Rogan as well.
He was on Joe Rogan recently as well.
About the vaccine. I was like, all that shit got me thinking about the vaccine. I was like, oh, like, I was just like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Have you seen Painkiller on Netflix? It's the dramatization of the origins of OxyContin.
Right.
And how that, because that was like fucking, like, or still out of it, like 20 times the potency of heroin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it just crippled the country. But they were just making so much money off of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting.
It's always money, man. That's the thing. It's always just about money. Like that's as sinister as it gets. There's no like there's no like, you know, country. They need people, and they need you alive because they need you to be working.
Yeah.
Because they need you to be functioning to make money. Because they just want more money. Yeah. It's just it's at the root of everything, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's not even like I think there's that many like with BlackRock and all that. There's that many like shareholders and that at the top, and they need to earn so much money that they only get a small percentage of it, but they need that to do their lifestyle. So it's just like it's like we'll just keep rolling that out to the masses, whatever, you know. It doesn't matter how many people you hurt or whatever, just because there's a bunch of them just living a lifestyle. And they probably get duped into it anyway. They probably, you know, they don't know if stuff's right or wrong. Like they just think, oh well, let's just send out. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, as long as it makes money, who cares?
Yeah.
Just a point when you talked about medication, you just remind me of a video that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and I might butcher this, but it was essentially a pharmacist talking to a podcast host. I can't remember their name. But he was basically saying how it works in America is you've got the insurance companies, the health insurance companies. Basically, you pay into it through your from your wage, essentially, at work. And he said there was a customer who come in, or a patient that come in, and they needed this medication. And he said that he couldn't tell them that if they just bought it for themselves, it would be probably about half, maybe even twice the price less than if they have to go through their health insurance, which they had to do. So he can't physically tell them. He can't actually tell them that it's cheaper for them. So he has to say, look, this is going to be put through on your health insurance, and then they just don't know what the price is. That's it.
Yeah, because it also varies from health insurance company to health insurance company.
And it's like, fuck, man. Like,
So if you just walk in there, you can buy it for say $100, but if they have a deal with a health insurance company, they'll sell it for like fucking $250. It's so strange. So strange. And then another health insurance company would be like $175. So he couldn't give a straight answer because he didn't know who's buying it. And it depends on who's buying it as to what the price is, rather than it just be, this is the price.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's why they call them that. They say they're the biggest drug dealers in the world, because they're getting the chemical at rock bottom price.
Yeah.
And then all the rest is just marketing, advertising, manipulation, to sell you a pill that you probably don't even need.
It's exactly the same.
Anything like it.
It's exactly the same here. Sorry. It's exactly the same here as if you buy paracetamol from like Tesco's for like 45p, and then you go and buy Nurofen, and you look at the back. Other brands available. You look at the packaging, you can see the same batch code and the same like ingredients is paracetamol, and you're like, fuck, they're like you automatically go, well, I'll get the Nurofen
£3.40
because that's better, isn't it?
Yeah, Nurofen have done a great job of making you think it's fucking better somehow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to prove your point correct. I thought Nurofen was different. I thought it was a different product.
No,
is it just a brand?
Yeah, it's just
ibuprofen.
Just branded, mate.
No way.
Yeah.
Mate, it's just it's literally they've just adverts, TV, branding. Like,
I thought the go-tos are paracetamol, ibuprofen, and Nurofen.
No, Nurofen is just ibuprofen. But some of them are mixed up.
Yeah, some of them are blended.
The Nurofen brand is like got caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I sometimes get caught out by them. Got a headache late at night, and then it's fucking caffeine plus or whatever. It's like, bollocks.
But it's all the same. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that I've never experienced anything like it. When you go to America and you turn on the TV, the fucking adverts.
Yeah,
they're all pharmaceutical companies. They're all drugs, and then at the end of the advert, it's like some side effects include stroke, death, blah blah blah, and it just reels off all the side effects. It's just like, fucking hell, man. But it's just how heavily pharmaceuticals are marketed in America, and it's not just this is for your headache. This is like, if you got, I don't know,
IBS, fucking
it's just
anything.
Like you need this. Like,
you need playing on your fear, isn't it?
Yeah.
And from watching those documentaries and the TV shows, their marketers are that good that I generally think that most of the doctors think they're doing good. Probably some of them know that they're not. I don't know, but most of them, like, they're just sold a lie and they just pass on the lie. And you think because you're going to a doctor, it's a person of stature, someone who's authoritative. You just, what they tell you generally accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like back to the OxyContin thing. They specifically hired attractive women to go into doctors' surgeries to flirt and sell the product to the doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
they're called OxyContin bunnies or something like that. Purdue is the pharmaceutical company that introduced it, and aggressively marketed and highly promoted it. This is pretty. Sorry, go on.
They just need, don't they? They need their like big hit drug of the time.
Well, this was it, right? So Purdue, this is fucking crazy. They introduced it in 1996, right? And aggressively marketed and highly promoted it. This is on the Gov article. NCBI, right? Sales grew in 1996, $48 million. By the year 2000, their sales grew to 1.1 billion by pushing this OxyContin.
I don't know.
And then by 2004, OxyContin had become the leading drug of abuse in the United States.
Yeah.
It's literally medicated heroin, OxyContin.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it was heroin with a different fucking...
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it was just being handed out.
Yeah. And then you've got stuff like research they've done into like psilocybin, which has got loads of positive effects and with like mental health and yet they just not won't put it through trials and release it. Maybe just because it's just not, they can't monetize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking nuts. The whole thing is just fucking crazy, isn't it?
And so, sorry, Dan, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't know about you guys, but after watching all that stuff and these programs coming out, like, I'm a lot more dubious now when I go to the NHS or the doctors. Like, I don't believe a word I say, but I'm just like, I'll check stuff myself. I look for like alternative, like natural remedies and stuff. I've just lost so much. But when I was a kid, I would go, if they were like, yeah, you need to have this, this, and this. Yeah, okay, injection, boom, take that. I was like, they know exactly what they're doing,
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that they don't. Obviously, they do a lot of training and research and stuff. But the people above them are just, there's a lot of weird schemes to make money, and they're kind of part of it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but they don't have to tell you the truth. Like a doctor doesn't have to tell you the truth. They can't necessarily put you in harm's way, but if you ask a straight question to them and they give you an answer that you don't find to be straight, it's because they don't have to tell you the truth. Like, they don't have to tell you anything that isn't going to be bad for your health. So, yeah, I suppose you should have a slight amount of skepticism about people.
Well, also, they're human, so they get things wrong.
They get things, like, and they're under immense pressure.
Like my granddad, he, and this was back in the 90s, he died when I was 2. So what happened with him, he had horrendous asthma and stuff, and he also had type 1 diabetes, I think. Anyway, he was given some medication, and he was on it for like a year or 2. And he got worse and stuff. And then he went to the hospital, and the doctor came in and saw him taking this medication. He apparently, and my nanny and my uncle, who was the eldest son, were there. They swear this is true. The doctor took it out of his hands, my granddad's hands, threw it on the bed, and said, "That is what is killing you." A medication that a doctor had prescribed.
Yeah.
And apparently the whatever the fuck it was has since been, like, banned or whatever. But then then he had heart arrhythmia. They stopped his heart in order to restart it, to reset the rhythm, and just couldn't restart his heart. So that's how he sadly passed away. But yeah, they were literally medicating him with something that another doctor comes in and just instantly goes, "Why the fuck are you taking that? That is what is making you worse,"
Yeah.
It's
I think they're so busy as well. I've seen you notice it even more like nowadays, but they're within the nicest way. They just want to get rid of it as quick as possible to get through the next person, because they're just up against it all day.
Yeah.
So like they haven't got as much time to really sit and but like that quick diagnosis and get rid of it could be like the wrong diagnosis, and then like you say, the implications of that is you're potentially going away and taking something for months and months in your body. I was on naproxen, which like really heavy. It's like I was on that for about a year and a half, and for massive migraines. And one of the side effects of that is migraines. So it's fucking messed up, man. It was like I had to like go cold turkey on them, and I don't take any paracetamol or anything now. But I was having them, ibuprofen, paracetamol every day, like multiple ones. Just to like tone it down. But it would never really go. And I just had to like go cold turkey for about 2 months for it to fully go.
I always remember. I don't remember. It was a few years back. You and Dan, different Dan, not you, Dan, but a different Dan. It was my birthday, and we went to. You just like took me to like Frankie and Benny's or something. I didn't have any plans, so we were just like, let's go. Go get some food. And at the time, I just injured my rib at the gym, and I was given both cocodamol and naproxen to take at the same time. I was just like a stoned out zombie. And it was so bad. I came away, I swear on my life this is true, I came away from that meal with you and Dan, Lars, and I couldn't really recall anything, any conversation, anything that had happened. So I stopped. I resumed the pain of my rib rather than taking those in combination, because it was just literally I just wasn't there.
In one go there, I was on cocodamol as well for a short period, and the combination of that and at one point I was taking about, before going to naproxen, I was taking about 8 ibuprofen per day. I was going through packs of them, just like literally, and they just didn't do nothing. Because obviously you just build up a tolerance. But it is bad how you can get addicted. But I was just like, I wasn't having it. I was like, this can't just be life now. You can't. There's got to be something or another way to beat this.
Yeah, I think cocodamol can be quite highly addictive. Naproxen I don't know too much about. My other half's taken naproxen before for like a knee pain, and it is strong. Like, it is fairly strong, as is cocodamol. So given you cocodamol and naproxen to have at the same time is
there
just
is a caveat to this,
right?
So as my friend was the doctor in the A&E,
right,
and I think they were like, I'm gonna sort him out here.
Yeah.
So that could also be, but still not great.
No.
But yeah, so because I remember, I mean, it was beautiful. I feel terrible actually saying this, but like, I went in 4-hour wait, dropped a text, I'm in A&E. All of a sudden, 15 minutes later, they're seeing me, and so that was, then all of a sudden, I've got these 2 stacked boxes of naproxen and cocodamol, and it's like, yeah, just take them together, you'll be absolutely fine. And it's like, you didn't tell me not to drive, but I can tell you now, it was a good thing I fucking didn't, because Jesus Christ, like.
Well, the thing about that meal that you mentioned, me and Dan didn't.
Do you remember it?
Me and Dan weren't there.
I just sat there by myself.
That's brilliant.
I was in my bedroom. I wasn't even in Frankie and Benny's.
No, I do remember that. I do remember that. I do remember taking you to Frankie and Benny's, which is now that's closed down, the one we went to. But yeah, that was. I remember you had that issue with your rib as well, like.
Yeah, because it really annoyed me because I injured my rib on an incline leg press machine. Basically, as my legs came down towards my body, my rib just popped.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, I've injured my rib. And obviously, if any of you guys have had a rib injury,
it's
breathing, laughing, coughing, sneezing. Oh my God, I developed a phobia of sneezing because it was like, here we go, someone's now going to swing an axe into my chest.
Yeah.
Bosh.
Yeah, no press
and there's nothing they can do.
Months. No, you just have to let it heal.
Nothing they can do.
Yeah, I did 2 of mine. I landed on a curb.
Oh.
And then I landed on the curb there.
Right.
Oh, mate, it was horrible.
Nah.
Yeah, rib injuries, horrendous. You also really learn quickly just how often you breathe.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no upper body for months and months. Yeah. I think it took me about 4 to 6 months to heal before I could do like press ups and stuff.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
Yeah, I've never had something that feels like I've done a rib in or anything. The closest I've ever come is to when I think you were there, Jordan, when I went down that fucking bank on
I wasn't. I saw the video the next day. You were sledding, right?
Yeah, I was sledding. It was just a random piece of, I don't even know if it was like something you take to the beach, like a sort of like plastic paddling pool or whatever. But it had broken off basically into pieces, and we were taking it in turns and just like sledding down this slope that was just caning it into basically pavement. It was like probably like a 4-foot drop at the end, and it was just pavement. And I remember going down there, and I was like, "This is not going to end well," and it didn't. It hurt a lot, and I thought I'd done something to the left side of my like low torso. I was in pain for about 20 minutes, but then it just faded, and I was like, "That could have been horrific. Like I could have just completely split my abdomen apart." Because looking back, there's like a bench nearby at the bottom. If I landed, if my body hit that bench, oh my God, that could have been so different. But yeah, that was young and stupid. But yeah, that's the closest I've ever come. Fortunately, I don't think I've broken anything either. Now I'm going to the gym. I'm sure that'll be curse words. Get my knees buckled.
Those ones are the good.
Oh mate, that is. I've literally done legs today, and that is my biggest fear because I've had problems with my knees before, where they just lock up. I haven't had it for years, but during college, there's a couple of times where my knee locked up, and I'm like, please, I'm pushing 230 kilogram on this fucking line. I can't have this where my fucking legs at the back of my fucking head. Oh,
just make sure there's always a slight bend in the knee.
Yes.
So never, ever lock out.
Mate,
ever.
I think it was last Saturday. There was this guy, and I kid you not, his knees were hyperextending, and I was like, "Mate, I don't want to tell you anything because, you know, I've only been here for a few months and you look pretty fit. Like you look look after yourself pretty well. But my God, I can't just sit here on this rowing machine watching you potentially have your legs buckle. I can't do it. So I just went, I'll go on the fucking treadmill. Fuck this. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't watch.
I sometimes watch those clips with the weight where they're doing stuff and it's like, I mean, they're doing like moves and you're like, why would you wouldn't even just do that normally. Like, why are you doing it with weights?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know, when you can see it as well. It always just like when they're like start hanging them from like under their legs and they're like doing, and it's just like. Or I watched another guy he put weights on there, and he was like he's supposed to hold the bar and lift them like that, and then he had that just balance in there, and then he got another one and was lifting it, and then that one just swung over. Never mess with weights.
No.
I knocked myself out when I was young with a weight thing.
Fuck.
Not even. I mean, it was stupid, but it wasn't even like trying to show off on it. So I had a weight thing in my in the living room, and my mum was talking to me, and I was taking the weights off to make it lower.
Oh no!
And so that one had 2, and this one had 2, and I just grabbed that, and I just pulled it. I didn't even think. I just pulled it off, and then there's a metal bar. And it come up like, and it hit me under the eye, and caught me. And I just looked round at my mum, and then I was like, just dropped to the floor.
Yeah,
I just went down, like, shaking me, waking me up. Yeah, it caught me right under the eye, just a little.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you always got to take them off evenly.
Yeah.
I saw a video literally the other day of pretty much that. Someone took a load of weight plates off one side, and then there was a load of weights on the other side. And then the bar just swings off towards this guy, and this other guy just goes like that and catches it.
Really?
And it's like CCTV footage. It literally like saves this guy's fucking life because it was like a 20-kilo bar, and there was probably. I mean, they must have been 15 plates or maybe 20s, you know. So you got like 100 kilos of momentum
going there,
with a 20-kilo bar coming straight at this guy's head, and this guy just puts his arm out.
Yeah, it's literally trebucheting into his face without that intervention. It was the end of the fucking bar.
Fucked.
He would have. I think that was death, to be honest.
Yeah,
a serious head
that would
trauma.
have fucking implanted in his head. But Dan, you're lucky if that went under your eye.
Yeah, mate, it just caught me. Under my right eye
socket. Cool.
Yeah, but so luckily because it was already on the frame, it only travelled like that distance. It was already high up anyway. So it, like, I mean, it fucking hurt and it knocked me out.
Yeah.
But like, luckily it didn't. The momentum hadn't caught it.
Yeah, I mean, you see enough problems in the gym. Like, there are like films of people doing stuff properly and it fucking goes wrong. So if you're doing stuff and it's not right, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Just a cat to come through. Sorry, it's Maya. I thought she was at work. Fuck, sorry.
I hate it when their muscles go. Like they're doing something and then that muscle just goes, see you later, and just rips out and goes up to their arm or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, on that
note,
cheery note, I think it's time to end. Thank you for joining us. We've been through quite a journey, as we normally do. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of a staple of this podcast. It's really, you just don't know what the fuck's going on at any point, but you're here for the ride. And
I think what we're best doing, and obviously we can't do this for SEO reasons and all sorts, but you may as well just put APMA episode 136 rather than a title.
It's true.
Because it's just gonna
It's true.
It's gonna go everywhere.
It's a journey. Yeah, thank you for joining us. I appreciate everyone's support. Thanks for watching and listening from wherever you are. And we'll see you in the next one. Up the APMA. Bye-bye for now. See you later.
May the force be with you.